Ahoy, I'm back 12:45 on a Monday here in Ho Chi Minh City, and I'm looking to play an official world, see if I can beat my record here, which is 23,839. Should be achievable. Probably need a pretty good seed. The average on this is only 15,000, but it depends on what kind of style people are playing. Maybe they're playing NMPZ, but I'll be playing moving with 10 minutes on the clock, and just get straight into it, I think. Hopefully my brains are connected today. So I've got paintball, that's interesting. It's a really large sign here. Giveaway sign, I think. Kind of looks French, the signage over here. Well, D231. I feel like I was scanning for something like that the other day. Frites, which is French fries, I think. Glaces. Boissons. I think France is probably fine. Or Belgium, I'm not too sure. I sometimes mix those two up, unfortunately. I think the signage is good for France, though. I think that directional sign, there was one here, but it's been demolished while they extend the road. So what was it? It's like the D231, and Marne-la-Vie, and Villeneuve is this way. D231, should zoom in on France. I'm sure they've got D roads here, do they not? Yeah. I remember scanning for these, were particularly difficult. It's got the 700s, the 164s, 213, that was 231. Sometimes a bit numeracy dyslexic. So that could have been a bit tricky if I'd gone for 231 there. 213, gosh, already mixed myself up. So 213, surely the 231's not super far away. It's always my assumption, but it never turns out that way. Normally miles away. 700s. I should probably look at Plonked and see what. Maybe they have a guide on the logic of the road numbering. They don't have a vibe on whereabouts we are here, so that makes it trickier. 500s. I wonder if I should. Oh, here's 201, and 213 is over here. The 23. That's kind of encouraging. Normally they're kind of close together, I would think. The 200s and the 20s, I mean. Maybe not. I don't think Marne is a large place, so that's going to be, could be tricky. What was that? A 2371. Not quite. 2371. Where's the 213? Maybe I'll zoom in around there. Now I've lost it. Great. I feel a plonk coming on, even though I've got 6.5 minutes left. I'm just going to drop it somewhere, I feel like. Unless I should look for some other signage. I don't think I can go any further this way. Where would they have paintball? It looks kind of... unfortunately, this sign has gone missing. And then suddenly this one... Okay, this is like old farmland kind of thing. Don't know what to make of it. There's something here, but I can't quite get to it, I don't think. something here, some signage, but for some reason I can't travel down this way. Anyway, I'll just do a plonk. Hopefully it's not Belgium. Okay, that was not too bad. 152 kilometres away. It's actually nearby Paris, which is... the 231 does show up. Just bad scanning, I think, on my part. Anyway, driving right here. It's kind of a red backplate. Let's have a look at the side of the truck if I can. Maybe we can't. I think here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Spanish. Maybe a bollard up here, which could be helpful. Don't know that is helpful. It's quite flat here. I wondered about Uruguay just based on the road lines, but possibly not. What about the front plate here? Just try and convince myself this is like Argentina or something. Don't know, maybe a truck's not a good option for checking the plates anyway. Looks like it has a special back plate there. It doesn't look like Uruguay. Yeah, I confused myself so badly. Yes, I wonder about. I wonder if I should just go Uruguay. It does kind of look like it to me. I think there's cows over here as well, which is always like a Uruguay thing. Let's jump back a bit. See this car from the front. I think that's Argentina. What else is the option? It's not Mexico, I don't think, based on that arrow. Yeah, I think maybe this is Uruguay with the yellow. Like Belgium poles, kind of. Or Iceland poles. K413, I don't know what that refers to. It's probably from Montevideo or something. Which continent here? Maybe a plonk middle should be fine. Yeah, okay. So, okay, it was all the way on the border, but okay, I had good vibes for Uruguay. Just had to confirm with that other bollard. Spanish again. Sending a lot of South America rounds. It's a biggish continent, so that seems fair, but I'm not sure here. Maybe Chile or Peru. Maybe I should quick travel, check something out. Not sure about the plates. There's nothing much to see there, unfortunately. Or Bolivia it could be. With these hills with not just low shrubs and grass and stuff on them. Sometimes snow covered, but I don't know much else about Bolivia. I feel like the internet's not performing very well at the moment. Hopefully it holds on. It's Monday, everyone's back to work. Probably drawing on the bandwidth of the internet. Yeah. Got a country streak of 2, which I feel like is going to fall here. Wonder if I should go. Kind of was hoping for a road sign or something like that to see if it's got a Peruvian post. Would be handy to know. Maybe I'll hedge for Bolivia. Yellow road centre lines. I wonder. Could be Mexico anyway. Just don't know about this chevron. The painting on the guardrail here. Just don't see anything that I'm familiar with, which is kind of problematic. Maybe here's a sign. Yeah, okay. Let's check the signpost here. At the back. Looks like painted at the bottom, but not Peru. I think that could be Bolivia. I'll just plonk it in there. Might be okay. I'll go close by Argentina just in case. Okay, that was a really good, 190 kilometres out. So I'm getting some good vibes today, on Country Streak at least. There's the alien crossing. Probably, if it's not Cyrillic, it'd be Lithuania. It's Cyrillic. It's probably Russia. Got a boat here, so presumably we're close to the water. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Close to the water. It's a happy little dog wandering around. This is more a classic Russian crossing, I'd say, this one, with the yellow border. So this is a pretty big lake by the looks, to the west. Where is Lake Baikal, or whatever it's called? I wonder if it's that. I don't really know. I haven't seen Baikal before. I think it's the deepest lake in the world. I'm not entirely sure. Is it big enough? Potentially. If it was Lithuania, it'd have 5 windows on the bus as well. Also, not Cyrillic, so maybe Lithuanian. Let's check out the bus shelter. It's not one of the nicer Russian bus shelters. It's got a bin, which is nice, although they haven't collected the trash in a while. Looks like a notice board here as well. Probably had their timetable at some point, but no longer. Quite rusty. I wonder if this is salt water, just based on that, the rust. Looks like someone's been enjoying a beer while they wait for the bus. Very pleasant on a cool, overcast Russian summer day. Yeah, it's not too much, this bus shelter. I'll probably give it 5.5. It's nice to have something. It's good to have a bin, but they're not... There's the town name. Bar. Oh, and here's the timetable. So 5.5. I'll give it 5.5. There's a Russian flag up there as well. This is the only place I can think of is... It's probably not here though. I'm willing to bet. There's actually no roads here. Are there? There are. Not sure about a bus route. I guess around here. How does that look? Scary. It looks scary. Russia is scary. Okay, it was the ocean. I should have gone with the vibe. Magadan. There's bar here, I guess. And there's shawarma place. And a sauna. It's quite a nice place, presumably. That wasn't great. 2,700 kilometres away. I should have gone with the ocean vibe. Because of the rust on that bus shelter, I guess. There's children playing. I'm not familiar with that one. Very angular people on the signage. Doesn't really ring a bell. I've got this. Looks like a kiln or something. Oh, it's something historic, I think. Oh, it's like a... Got a tank? Interesting. It's like a museum, kind of. Presumably in Poland. Either that or someone's got a nice collection in their backyard. Yeah, it's like a bomber, I think. A bunch of tanks. Some armoured trucks on tracks. In terms of where this is, I have no clue. Very cool though. It's a nice old building as well. Oldish building. I think I just plonked this in Poland. I'm not... It's more at the other side. This has not been a fantastic game, so it's not going to be great points anyway. I'll just plonk this around the middle. 254 kilometres away. 18,849, not a great start. So, got to try and improve on that. And how to go about that? Eco oil. I'm not familiar with eco oil. It's not really flags. Just checking the language here. Kind of like a Cyrillic Latin mix. It's cool. It says Israel. A bunch of pallets here. I'm not sure what. Looks like a supermarket. I think they're selling tomatoes. What about the plates? Oh, there's an unblurred plate. Now it's blurred. Does this one kind of have red across the top? Could be a blue strip there, I don't know. Driving right, naturally. Internet's struggling, of course. OBS is reconnected. It's really tricky to navigate when the internet's playing up. Might have to do a little NNPZ. Difficult. Oh, here we go. Is that North Macedonian flag? I don't know, maybe it's something rusty or... What would North Macedonia look like? I don't get a lot of rounds there. Could be. Maybe I'll plonk North Macedonia. I don't really want to... What are the odds of me recognising the flag? Pretty slim, I'd say. A military checkpoint, I guess, or a police checkpoint. What are the odds of me recognising the flag? Pretty slim, I'd say. Some kind of checkpoint, I'm not sure what it's in aid of. There's a bus shelter over here, that's a really cool one. I want to get over there. Here we go. So it's got a big porthole. It's got a big porthole here. 2 separate areas for waiting. Some nice wooden seats too. Look like they're at an angle, which is kind of odd. Some very strange architecture there. How do you get to it? Okay, they've got a crossing here, so that's fine. What is this? Maybe a public toilet over here as well. In the same style as the bus shelter. I don't know, it's very cool looking. A lot of Russian bus stops are cool looking. I think potentially it could be Ukraine, but I don't think so. Just not sure what this checkpoint's about. Unless it's just a standard stop. It's just with this these pillars here kind of make it look quite official. Maybe I should check this sign just to make sure there's nothing. It's dual language, like it could be Bulgaria. With the blue signage in the dual language. So what direction is this? North? What if it was Bulgaria? What would that mean? Okay. What continent? Europe. Europe is what I'm looking for. More or less Europe. We're going into Romania. Could be. Berazan? I'm not familiar with Berazan. It's Montana. That's a bit unusual. Maybe I just plonk somewhere north. Check that out. Oh, it was Ukraine. That's annoying. With the dual language, obviously my brain's not entirely engaged. The bus shelter should have been a giveaway. With Russian and, is this India? It is. I think this is going to be, maybe it's Bangladesh. It could be Bangladesh. What about the plates? Let's check some license plates. Number plates? Not sure what we call them. I think in Australia we call them number plates. It certainly looks... I'm not sure if the language is entirely Bangladeshi. It might be a bit stylized here. I think I should probably go with my initial thought here. It's very dusty. They're selling a bunch of fruits, apples, oranges. Nothing too exciting by the looks. I'm not 100% sure. I think oh, here we go, the plate. Yeah, that's definitely Bangladesh. Somewhere a bit tropical with the palms and things. Well, that's probably all of Bangladesh, so I'll go by the river somewhere. It is dusty though. Maybe south of Dakar. Okay, it was kind of north of Dakar, but pretty good vibe, 72 kilometers away. And now, the soil's quite red here. Pretty lush around about the place. I presume this is Brazil. It's a possibility this was dense Amazon rainforest at some point, which has been deforested. I'm not too sure. Got a bunch of palms. I think that's fine. Riding right. That should be okay. I've lost that guy. The reddish soil. It kind of looks Amazonian fringe, I guess. It may not be. But I think I'll just plonk it there. Seems like it's going to be a bit of a hassle to travel around. I'll go south of Santarém. Oof, wow, was it actually Brazil? It wasn't, it was Argentina, I think. Peru, Peru. Right on the border. Like the tri-border here. We could have looked into Bolivia there. That's a cool location. I wish there's more to it than that, but oh well. I wonder what the tri-border here looks like. Triplice Frontera on the Rio Acre. Plaza de Armas. This would be a cool town, I think, to visit. Probably has influences from Brazil and all sorts. Brazil, Peru, and Bolivia. 3 very different places. I guess Peru and Bolivia are kind of similar. Russia again. Got the Dido. Oh wow, look at this. I feel like I might have seen this intricate wirework before. I don't remember. Nothing rings a bell. So, what am I going to do? I've got Audis. Is that driving on the correct side of they're sitting on the correct side of the car? So it's not all the way on the east coast, I don't think. Double check. Yeah, I think everyone's sitting on the right side of the car, the correct side of the car. got this antenna, which is kind of a concern. Like it could be Kazakhstan or something. I think this was the same as the bus stop in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Got a US flag and the smack shop. It's very cool standalone kind of cafe things. I've seen them other places in Russia, like normally in a biggish city, I think. Not sure that this is a biggish city. I'm just gonna plonk Russia, plonk. Nearby Chelyabinsk somewhere. North. Oh, it was. Damn. It was Kazakhstan. Why did I think it was, and then why did I back out and think it wasn't? Difficult to say. Let's reset my streak, and 16,000. Really not doing too well today. What's this? Official world. Should be Nigeria. I've watched the yellows and blues and beiges today. I'm not sure what that says. Kind of interesting roofs here. Quite high pitched. Looks a cool dude. Some small town, I think. Small city. It's probably a community centre or something. Maybe the hospital. I've got no real idea. Got the pole, which I thought I confused myself and thought that was Senegal before, but definitely they have it in Nigeria. It's probably somewhere northish, I think. I'll go Jos. Okay, 341 kilometres away. This is not going to be a record score already after one round, I can tell. And the internet's not loading in, so that's kind of annoying. Probably have to kill the stream if it doesn't improve, unfortunately. But I'm always kind of tired. Velo Eddie Merckx. Eddie Merckx was a Belgian? There's the Google car, so that's a shot if you're drinking. Tour de France rider, professional cyclist. Maybe he was Dutch. Let me just check the plate here. I thought he was Belgian. Yeah, this is Belgium. Okay. I think he's still around, Freddie Merckx. In terms of what town, not too clear. Probably So where would the Freddie Merckx mobile be? Let's just have a look at Belgium and see if anything jumps out. Probably Ghent or Bruges. I think Bruges has a river or something running through it. Should be able to see from the map actually. Yeah, it has a bunch of rivers. It's a very picturesque town, picturesque city. Got the pub in the market. I used to be big on the Tour de France, but hello. But then the cheating just got terrible. This building, surely that's... I'm going to go with Bruges. It was not. It's not even a particularly big city. Oudenaarde. Okay. It's very picturesque. I like it. It's never occurred to me to go to Belgium, but I guess one day maybe. So this is interesting. It's probably Sweden. Got the square reflector, no angle on the black here, but round, short dashes on the outside. Normally they'd be white, I think, the reflectors, but... or red. Yellow's a bit odd, like more like this is what I think, but maybe they have yellow. I think sometimes yellow's around intersections or something. I haven't... Yeah, I think that's probably right. Where there's a mix of yellow and white reflectors, I think yellows are around intersections. Not just in Sweden, in a bunch of places. I don't know where to go here. It looks quite... I mean, there's a bunch of smallish pines, which would indicate north, I think, because they don't grow as fast or as tall. I'm going to give this a crack. Okay, it was just nearby Uppsala. 3,400. What's the country streak of 3? Very proud of that. And is this Taipei 101 or something? No, this is Hong Kong. I don't really know how to tell Taipei and Hong Kong apart. Surely there'll be a domain or something. Surely. This looks, I don't know. I haven't had a lot of Hong Kong rounds, so I'm not too sure. I feel like the buses are distinct in Hong Kong, right? This is Taipei City. Where's Taipei 101? I think that's probably that tall building there. I've never seen it. A photo of it, I've just heard of it. New Taipei. Taipei Zoo. I'd love to go to Taipei, but it's a little inconvenient. It's probably convenient to where I am now, but don't have the opportunity to travel just at the moment. Surely it's a landmark, you would think. A tall building like that. In New Taipei? Don't know. Fine Art Museum, National Palace Museum. Don't see any tall building. Let me just plonk in the middle here. That's pretty close. Oh, here's Taipei 101 shopping centre. I thought there'd be like a picture of it like this, but no. Okay, 5.1 kilometres away. Oh, there, at that zoom it suddenly showed up. Taipei 101 observation deck, I think it just said. Here, I'm not too sure about. Got a wee island there. Should probably head towards these houses. See what this has. Little, maybe a doghouse, chook shed. So maybe a scarecrow here. It's like a repurposed broom or something. Not entirely sure. Wow, I bought some instant coffee in little sachets like you'd have at the workplace, and it is pretty bad. It's just brown liquid. It's not granules, it's just floor sweepings, like a really fine powder. I was going to get another jar, but it's so expensive here in Vietnam, comparatively speaking. Even compared to Australia, it's like, I don't really want the best quality coffee, but like the worst quality granular coffee, or the cheapest granular coffee in Australia is like $4 for half a kilo or something. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. but here it costs like 13 Australian dollars or something just for Nescafe. What's this bollard? Nicasti. Kind of stumped about this one. Somewhere in Europe. Do they have a pole? This metal pole. Kritingos. Doesn't really ring a bell. There's a large cross here. I think we passed the cemetery before, if I'm not mistaken. Just some of these, some of Europe, I just forget all about it. There's a pizza place. Is that a dash across the E? Kind of like Latvia. We've got Coca-Cola. Just not sure about this language or this flag. The flag, it's doing its best to tell me or exactly where I am, but the flag knowledge is weak. Another flag. Yellow, dark green and red. I really got to review flags. It is useful. I just... Geralda. I'm just going to plonk this in Latvia. I'm pretty sure it's not. We'll find out. Probably, was it Hungary? Maybe. I'm not sure about the flag. It was Lithuania. What about Baltic flags? I think they're all in the Baltics there. Baltic flags. Estonia, okay. I could probably remember. So Latvia is this and Lithuania is that. Disappointing. I did have the Baltic vibe, but 21719. It was kind of okay. I'm sort of improving. Spanish? It's concrete road here. Could be the Philippines. So, handwriting's kind of making it difficult to understand what's going on there. So I've got Turple. I'm not familiar with Turple. Driving right. Yellow plates. Is there Spanish here? It's like Brazil or something. Not Brazil, Colombia, I mean. It's funny what your brain does when it's focused on something else. Multitasking with the brain. Yes, there is HCMC. Petrol stations are kind of close together. It's got to be Colombia. I can't think of another yellow plated place with Spanish, which I think it's Spanish. Asociación de Mujeres, which is women, Emprendedoras de Vida, of the life of Esperanza, I'm not sure what. Norte de Santander. Just not sure where Santander's a region or something. There's the is it a financial institution? There's a lot of petrol stations here. Financial institution, Santander. Aguila and Coca. This is like a highway town or something. A bunch of rest stops and petrol stations. So I'm not sure. The doesn't look like a major road that we're on, but there's the Colombian Cross as well. And I don't know about Santander. It's not very mountainous. Oh, there's something up the back here to the east. I feel like I should remember this as a Colombian thing. They remind me of like juvenile drug smugglers or something. And Santander, I'm not sure if it's a town or a region. If it's a region, it won't show up. It's kind of lush. Colombia is very lush though. I'm going to go between Popayan and Cali on the 25. Nope. It was nearby San Alberto. La Esperanza. Okay, that was the place. And a whole bunch of petrol stations. I didn't mean to open the map. A whole bunch of petrol stations and cafes and things like that. Wow, there's a ton of petrol stations. And cafes. Restaurants, I guess. Okay, that was 635 kilometers away. Bit of a shocker. However, restarted the streak. Soñar. So it's singing, I think. Sign. It's like a driving hazard. Reflect the sun directly into your eyes. Maybe this is Spain. I think it's Spanish. It doesn't look very South American. If we had a bollard, that would be helpful. Actually, could be Guatemala or something. Not sure with the painted poles here. It could be Guatemala. Ooh, interesting. Welcome to the ruins of Simiche? That's something to think about. I'm very bad with Mexico. I can never pick Mexico. Simiche. The only reason I say Mexico is because of the ruins. There's a lot of ruins in Mexico, obviously. I'm not too sure about Guatemala. And the only reason I think Guatemala is because the poles are painted at the bottom. Not like typical painted poles in Guatemala, but something going on. Gee, a flag would be helpful. What about the price? Dunno. Not sure. What about this dress? Is like Peruvian, or could it be Mexican? Could be Guatemalan. Maybe I should just plonk it in. Or I could scan Guatemala for Simiche. I don't like the sound of that. It's kind of like this with the X's. I like that. I think Mexico does have a lot of X's as well, but maybe I should just plonk it here somewhere. This seems like the region. Okay, it was not there. I'm kind of interested though. Is that an L or an I? Iximche. 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 Yeah, ruins. Here we go. So they've got. Wow. That's completely unaware. It kind of looks like. It looks like. What's that place in Mexico? I can not remember. Anyway, it looks like that. What place is it in Mexico? I've been there. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. By Palenque or something? Orioles, Mexico. Chichen Itza. I thought it looked a bit like Chichen Itza, although also the Palenque archaeological zone. Wow, my brain is cooked. 4,500, 151 away in Guatemala is not great. So what does it say here? It's Russia, I guess. The black painted pole bottoms. Someone let me know in stream the other day that that's more likely to be Russia. And then pines for about 1,000 kilometers in every direction. Some mountains to the north. I don't know. Click here, north of Omsk. Yikes, it was a long way away, 4,247. I did do a little bit of trying to learn regions for Russia, but it didn't work out for me. It seemed quite difficult. This is like a B-rail or something. Flat rail, which I don't know where is, so that's not any help. If this is a crop or just grass. It looks like a crop. It looks very ordered. I don't know what kind it is though. I don't have much idea of where we are here. And bollards always welcome. There's a lot of this though. I'm not sure what it is. So it's like a red barn up here. Red brick building. Oh, hello. This is a Belgian bollard. I don't know, somewhere flat in Belgium, not nearby a major city, I don't think. It's kind of a main road over here, I think, though. Potentially to the south. So, somewhere in here, nearby Gembloux, Chastre. Oh my gosh, that was a Danish bollard. What an idiot. That's surprising. I thought the Belgian bollard was similar to that. Let me check. Enhance. Belgium must be up the top here. Okay. Where's Denmark? Okay, with the fluoro red at the top. Belgium is kind of like more rounded at the top. Gosh, that's a shame. I think it's just one of those days. It's not going to happen for me today. And whenever the internet's bad, it's like it seems to reflect my gameplay. Yellow center lines. Interesting. I thought they might be driving left here. Like, I thought these fellows here, I thought they might be South African, but they are clearly probably Brazilian, I guess. Does that say Pare? It does. I'm pretty sure this is Brazil. I don't know where. I'm just going to plonk it. It's not a great score anyway. Okay, it was like miles away. 17, so it's 13,613 to start with. Shocking. This could be South Africa. It's got the chevron that matches. It shouldn't be Eswatini, I don't think. I wonder if I could get a road number. That would be kind of convenient. Although I've had some bad luck with road numbers lately. I feel like South Africa is probably one of the better ones to get a road number for. It's still kind of difficult. It's driving in the middle of nowhere here. P35-1. I think I'll just have to go off vibes here. It looks like this tabletop mountain is kind of nearby Lesotho. East. Check what this has. I think it's a chevron, is it? It is. So I guess we're west of Lesotho somewhere. North of Bloemfontein. Or it could be over this side, actually. I'm going to hedge this side. No, that would have been a great guess over the other side of Lesotho. Yeah. I think those tabletop mountains, like Lesotho, were to the west, so that's a shame. 3,750, yellow centre line dashed. Goulburn, thanks for a bit more green, usually green rolling hills, yeah. It's minimum maintenance, miles per hour, travel at your own risk. No what? Outlet, okay. So I guess this is the US, right? It's quite uninhabited. South Africa's pretty difficult region, yes, yeah. I had a problem, actually. Sometimes the border, Botswana, is kind of similar. And I thought I had some Eswatini grass the other day and it was nowhere near it. My internet's dying. I feel like I might have to call it quits soon. There's this reflector, actually, that's in Plonked, but I didn't pay any attention to what state it was. Very dry. Rolling hills. The generations I haven't sorted out. I don't know, I guess it's easy enough to determine generations, but I'm just resistant to all that kind of meta. Like the generations, the Google car, which is why I've got it blurred. And most of the time it won't show up. But this is with the generations, they're bound to change anyway. So you've got to keep in touch, keep across it, which I don't know, maybe I might in the future, but I feel like all that kind of matter is something you can learn down the road if you want to get really involved. There's certainly a limit to how well you can do without seeing the car matter and stuff like that. Normally I don't look at the sky either in case of rifts, but hello. I wonder if this is Utsa Road, SD73. I don't think that's going to be... That's probably helpful. I'm not sure about this. I did do a little study on the US the other day, on Independence Day. I have seen this before, but I don't recall where. This looks very flat with mountains north, south. It's going to be on the plains somewhere. Montana. Nebraska. South Dakota. Maybe I'll go South Dakota. That's nice. Central kind of plonk. Oh, That was alright, 109. That was pretty good, pretty happy. I should probably quit at some point. But I haven't seen this before, cul-de-sac. No, my internet's dying. Normally the internet here in Ho Chi Minh City is pretty good, but better than Australia. But yeah, at the moment it's shocking. Normally it's like a couple of hundred download. So it actually says cul-de-sac, and it is a cul-de-sac. This is French, but I think it's kind of widespread usage, cul-de-sac. This is a bit of a maze. Actually it's kind of unblurred. I'm not sure what that black is there. And, oh, that's the petrol cap. Yeah, I feel like, wow, the internet's absolute. You give it 2 minutes and it'll be amazing again. Like the internet service provider keeps going, I just provide evidence that it's crappy, and then when you do, it's like some of the best internet in the world. So there's water here to the east. It's kind of like some cliffs into the water. This is Ireland. Maybe. Just the houses give me an Irish vibe. And they wouldn't have yellow backplates in Ireland. Wow. That's like... I think it's Gaelic. IE domain. Wow, good vibes. So where was the water? I forget now. East? Yeah. Near Arklow. Oh, wow. Not too bad. I probably could have got a town there. I was just so pleased to get Ireland, but 4,743. And actually your username, Gorwin, sounds Welsh. Double N. So this language, not too familiar with. Is that rupees? I think the internet charge here is in rupees. It is. This is all rupees. Didn't you get to choose your name, or is it randomly generated? Got Sate here. Sate means a few different things. Yeah, I'm the same. My given name is Welsh. It's your real name, really. My name's Gareth, which is Welsh. And unfortunately, Welsh get super excited when they meet someone called Gareth. And then they go, oh, where's your family from in Wales? And you go, well, they're not from, they just like the name. I kind of think I should just go along with it and say, yeah, I'm from Wales or whatever. Nice plonk. That's one of the nicer Indonesia plonks I've had recently. Because Wales is a cool place. I'd like to, this looks like Portuguese, and the pole's Portuguese with holes. It's probably Portuguese proper, not Brazil. For once. What map am I playing? An official world. I kind of like this official world, but I don't think it has... It probably doesn't have Vietnam, and I don't think it has Namibia either. Portugal's small enough, right? Shouldn't be Brazil, I hope. I'm not sure what the wood is about. Seems like a rainforest thing. Is it? It's a bunch of posts or something. I think this is Portugal proper. Every time I get too confident, that's when it all falls apart for me. Shouldn't matter, it's a pretty small place. Pretty good, 22 kilometres away. Extend my streak to 6, 22,546. I still not close to my personal record of 23 something. 23.8, nearly 24,000. So what was last update, 30th of the 6th? Actually, they might have, that's pretty recent. So maybe they've added Namibia. Yeah, I think that's right. Vietnam's tragic. Like I went on there when it got released. I thought it might be okay. I've been living in Vietnam for like 7 months now. Not travelling around though. It was shocking. This is Poland. I'm getting better at Poland. Not region guessing, but at least knowing that it is Poland. Oh really? Half Vietnamese. Do you speak Vietnamese? That would be a great help when playing Vietnam. I struggled to get like 10k. I'll learn Vietnamese one day. Lived in Canada. Yeah, there's a lot of Vietnamese everywhere, I guess, in Australia and Canada and the US as well. For reasons, historic reasons. Yeah, that was a pretty good plonk for Poland. It's pretty much just a centre plonk, so I can't really claim credit for that. Came here on holiday in like 2022. Met my wife, got married. We had a baby early this year in Vietnam. So the Vietnamese baby. And eventually we'll head back to Australia. We've got to get the baby citizenship, unfortunately. It's like a bit of a hassle. If you're born in Australia to Australian, an Australian parent, it'd be fine. But you have to apply. I have no idea what this is. It's Water North. Bananas. This weird road. I'm sure the car's a giveaway, but I don't really know the cars. I'm not sure if fast travel is going to work for me with the internet playing up, but yes, accepting help, absolutely, always. Always accept help. Because I find when people give me tips on stream, they stick in my head a lot better. These are coconuts. American Samoa here, yes, it could be. I think I had it around there the other day. I forget where it is though. It's like over here. Samoa, regular. Where's American Samoa? Southeast of Samoa, thank you. South, east. Cook Islands, French Polynesia. Oh my god, I'll just plonk the water here for... There we go, thanks. I didn't zoom in enough. Was it the car that gave that away? Or, well, let's check and see if it is first. Ooh, yes it was. The foliage or the car? Actually, I don't think I've had an American Samoa before. I want to see plonk it and see what it says about it. distinct, yeah. I see. So if you know it, you know it. The only problem with plonked is, I guess you could type in American Samoa, but see here. Oh, there's Vanuatu. I didn't know about Vanuatu. I've lost it again. This is the problem, is trying to find where you want here. Although I could just write American Samoa, who cares? I'll come up again. So actually, thank you. .as, that's cool. It's here, that's helpful. 100% generation 3. Driving right. Island specific close. Oh, okay, that's with the blur. I think that was the truck bed, just the tip of the truck bed. There's a cool place. Concrete runway. There's 2 orange strips. Not much information on it. Hopefully it doesn't come up again, because I'm totally going to forget that. So we're at a railway crossing, railway bridge crossing. Is that water? I don't think so, it's too uneven. It's like a mountain range, a low mountain range. And that backplate. Did that car have a yellow backplate? Kind of yellowish, I thought. Let's check these ones. No, not yellow. Driving right. There's a white centre line, a single white. This is like is this the US or something? Kind of confused. These red reflectors like Italy, but I've seen this in Russia. That's problematic. What about this? This kind of looks more European. What about here? Does it have Cyrillic on the truck? It is Russia, okay. I've seen... This is going to be all the way east, I think. Somewhere here. Yep, nailed it. It's almost the shocking guess I had before. Earlier I had a round on the water and I thought it was Lake Baikal. And I clicked somewhere here and it turned out to be all the way over here. Somewhere. Man, I got all the way west vibes there. Obviously a bit off, slightly. It's a green lake. Very thick outside lines. Driving right, that's kind of interesting. I thought this could be New Zealand or something, but no. Probably Italy. No, I don't know. Difficult to say. Let's go check everything's okay with the stream. I don't know why. It's like I like it to be going on YouTube just to save the video. Unfortunately, when the internet drops out, it's like obviously splits it into a whole bunch of different videos. Twitch sensibly only holds onto them for like a fortnight, 2 weeks. YouTube, they're insane. They'll just, for the moment, they'll just keep it forever. Keep your videos forever. So why would I store it locally when I can just store it on their servers? But I guess one day they're going to crack down. Oh, it's Greece. Okay. That's interesting. Hopefully not an island. I don't have a good vibe on Greek islands. It's probably a... Is this a river or a lake? I guess a lake. I don't know. It's surely not the ocean. Oh, maybe here. That's not too bad. Something like this. I'll try here. That's kind of central. Or it could be here. Or here. I think I'll go here. Where I've got the mark is fine. Oh, wow. So what was that? That was just a tiny little lake. I thought it was the ocean. No, okay. Well, that was good points anyway. 4,798. Wait. I thought Japan. I'm getting a lot of Japans with no yellow plates for some reason. These reflectors look like Japan. The houses could be. Is that a yellow plate there? Difficult to say. Maybe I need something else. Surely it is, but I do have some lapses of judgment sometimes with Taiwan. No, this has to be Japan, surely. Not sure whereabouts. I don't have a... Been to Japan a bunch of times. Just don't have a good region guessing vibe. It's a rice growing area. I'm going to try kind of slightly north on the main island here. Maybe all the way north, quite a way north. Okay, as per usual, it was like all the way south. Actually, in the city of Okayama, I didn't get that vibe that it was in a city. I thought it was a bit rural. 18199, not great. Red backplates. Ooh. About pole tops in Japan? No. I know there's a whole lot of... I don't know, it's been a while, I think, since people worked out the Japanese matter. Originally people had no clue, just like vibing it out. But now I know there is a lot for Japan. Probably Japan is one I'd like to study, because I'd like to be good at Japan. It's one of my favourite countries I've visited. I wonder if this is Bhutan or something. I'm not sure about the language. Tohoku, Northern Honshu generally is the region with the least pole tops. Southern regions have their own attachments, yeah. I did yonks ago before so I was playing GeoGuessr fairly regularly for a couple of months. Hello. I was just reading this sign. Something about milk collection. Is this India? I remember I think nearby Tokyo has like a silver plaque on it. I picked that up from a zigzag video. But driving left here. Zonka script. And I applied that straight away, and then I only just recalled it now. It's got this Bhutan. Okay, I did have a good Bhutan vibe. It's very colourful, painted barrier here. Normally the rounds I've had in Bhutan, they'd have bunting. It's like such a giveaway for Bhutan. And normally it's higher up than this. This is quite a low round. Closer to sea level. It's a hilly place for sure. So where do they put it? Oh my gosh, how did I lose Bhutan? What am I doing? India's here. Okay. Re-navigate myself. Here we go. I'm just going to plonk somewhere. Okay, 86 kilometres away. Pretty bad vibe there. On a streak of 12. Let me think. Probably assisted there. 12 streak. This is Peru. See this pole here with the black and white. I learned that on stream and I've never forgotten that before. I was trying to crack 20k. This is yonks ago. Trying to crack 20k for my last game on stream, and a whole bunch of like a few pros in the chat, and it was very stressful. And I saw the poll like this, and I'd never seen one before. I go, it looks like the poll's pretty distinctive. And the whole chat's going, yep, it's distinctive. It's exactly, you know, what the country would be if you know the poll. And he's like, oh my god. Peru? And it's one of the, oh wow, 5.5 kilometres away. A complete plonk. 4984. That was kind of based on it's kind of dry and a little bit hilly, not mountainous. I was surprised about Lima. I went to Lima briefly. Like I used to read the Paddington books when I was a kid, and Paddington's aunt, great aunt or something, came from Lima, Peru. I kind of imagined it like some jungle, some big city in the jungle or something. Then I got there and it was just all desert. You see a bunch of yellow grass like that everywhere. Chances are it's either dead middle of the country all the way south near Arequipa. Interesting. That's quite a way. Peru's a lot smaller than I thought, or less long than I thought. Chile's disastrously long. It's kind of an... mud huts, I haven't seen these before. Like Wattle and Daub. I'm a slightly troubled man. It's like, most of my travel was like years ago. Now I'm lazy, I just go to Japan. Vietnam I'd been before. And after the pandemic, the first time I travelled, I thought, I'll go back to Vietnam. It's kind of easy, but different. Like 18 years ago, I went through South America and whatnot. It's before... How about around Canada though? So this is Brazil? No, what's going on here? It is Brazil. That's strange with those Wattle and Daub huts, or the mud huts. You seem pretty travelled in GeoGuessr. You know a lot more about it than I do. A vibe on Brazil would be good. Is there... I think there might be water. This kind of looks like there might be water over this way. To the south. The only thing I think about... BC, Alberta and Quebec. Quebec's nice in terms of just having that arete on the sign. I think Newfoundland would be interesting. Maybe not. Maybe it'd be boring as heck. And you couldn't understand what anyone's saying, but it's kind of like me with Australia. Other than when I was like really, really young, my parents took us all the way around Australia. But since then, like I've hardly been anywhere. So I really struggle when I see a town in Australia. I swear it's probably interesting. Phone numbers are probably... With Brazil, probably phone numbers are good to learn. Even with Turkey, like I learned 3 regions, like the 2s, the 3s and the 4s. And it's vastly improved my turkey guesses. Southern Marignal. Man, I even struggle to find Marignal. Yeah. 2 area codes. Yeah, it's concerning. Could just look at their Instagram. Or just sometimes you see like a wow. Definitely worth learning the phones. Sometimes you see something you could scan on your phone and go to a website or something for the business. It seems like it's probably cheating. I'd like to do a lot more learning on stream, but I think it's pretty boring. Probably. 86 is Piaui. I've got to try and learn something. Either Russia or Brazil or Indonesia, the Philippines, Australia. I'd prefer just to do Japan. Like, it's kind of a bit difficult with the language barrier. But obviously Indonesia would be kind of convenient. Whereabouts? A lot of repetition, yeah. Actually, that was kind of okay. Yeah, I feel like if you can get a Sulawesi, Kalimantan, and then 2 of these islands, and there's always a lot of signage as well. Ooh, interesting. I still have some big fails where I go Malaysia for it's Norway. Oh, the Pink Panther. That's cool. This is some of the weirdest things sometimes. Like yesterday, I forget what, I think it was in Mexico or something. There's some city in Mexico and there's like a advertisement featuring Alf. I don't know if you remember Alf from the 90s, but a Flintstone, this thing, fox, wolf, no, it's wolf, and these figures. I feel like, is that Danish krona? Willkommen, it's Bobbleplass. Innovet Bobbleplass. Is that it's like the Shell service station. Yeah, it is. I have no idea what's going on here. Which way is the oceans like? There's some kind of refinery or something. Pretty sure that's the Norwegian flag, right? Just going to plonk this somewhere. It's probably formerly a whaling place or something like that. Pretty unusual. It's got to be tourism though, because there's some kind of registration, and they've got camper vans and things around here. I'm not going to locate anything. I'm just going to plonk it. Whereabouts? Here. No. It's got to be ferry routes. Here. It's got to be at the end of one of these ferry routes. But there's a million ferry routes, and I'm just going to plonk it there. That's fine. Oh my god, it was all the way north. Okay. Innovet. Actually, Innovet was mentioned, I think. That's, yeah, I'm pretty sure Innovet was mentioned there. It's not actually, why is it not closer to the water? Maybe it's high tide. So there's the Innovet camping. That does not appeal to me. It seems like it would be cold. 2,500 points. 20k, not great. Probably there's chicken meta. I do come across chickens quite a lot. Chickens and goats. Lately there's been goats. Mules and donkeys. It's kind of interesting. Could be Brazil again, I guess. Let's check the back of this. It couldn't be Uruguay. No. This is Bolivia, I guess. Do those people look Bolivian? It's not traditional Bolivian dress with the layers and whatnot. I say the mountains don't look Bolivian. Surely not. This has got to be fairly east, in Bolivia. So I think the mountains over here wouldn't have as much foliage. Although, what's the coverage like in Bolivia? I haven't had anything all the way over here. I'll go south of Trinidad. Okay, it was further south. Nothing up there. Okay, that was a bad guess. Yeah, coverage is important, to know where the coverage is. I've been to La Paz, and that's it. And nearby Lake Titicaca. Cool place though. Santa Cruz and the mountains south of it. Okay, cool. Santa Cruz there. Just surprised by what they were wearing there. Normally it's more distinctive. This is Turkey. Sometimes I get some good Turkey guesses and sometimes not great. Without a phone here, ultra specific, there's like trekkers. I hate trekkers. I was looking at a different map before. Just something with interesting rounds in it. And it was a lot of trekkers. Like the first one it was like a aerial view of somewhere in, can't even remember. I didn't pay any attention. Okay, my vibe here is not all the way west in Turkey, but some way west. I feel like if I had a phone number, I could track it down a little better. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of unofficial. It's interesting, but then the next one was like in the jungle somewhere in China, with a massive city in the background. It's like you can't travel anyway, so you can't look at anything other than what's shown. What was the other one? Was Iran. It was in someone's living room in Iran, and it's like, okay, it's kind of interesting as seeing inside Iran, but it's just someone's living room is not really that interesting. Like, although they did have a small fountain, which was cool. So there's a major road kind of this way. I don't know. I thought somewhere around here. I'm prepared to be quite wrong. Okay, 631 kilometres all the way across the country, quite close to Ankara. Actually, someone the other day said Ankara was the capital, but I thought Istanbul was the capital. There's much I do not know about Turkey. Ankara is the capital. Wow. There's a lot of, well, a few countries like that. Like Vietnam. You'd think Ho Chi Minh City is the capital, and I'm sure most people do, but Hanoi is the capital here. And then I feel like most people think Auckland's the capital of New Zealand. Actually, in Vietnam they say Hanoi capital, just to make it very clear. I think that's probably because of the North one, so they get to name the capital. What am I doing here? From Ho Chi Minh City, yeah. Mostly everyone's... Is this Bhutan again? This is what I was saying with the bunting. I feel like Ho Chi Minh City is getting too big. There's too many cars here now. That's the problem. Is it coconuts? Yeah, I'm going to back away from... I don't think there's coconuts in Bhutan. Borneo, Malaysia. Interesting. I have a real problem with that. This one? This pole here? Surely not. Oh really? This one? Looks too small to be holding this stalk here. Poles are definitely worth learning. I find a lot of poles pretty generic though. So this would be something interesting, I think. Okay, so normally the rounds I get all the way up here or all the way down here. I feel like this is not too far north. Okay, that was okay. So what was that? Some kind of temple. Oh yeah, okay, a temple. That makes sense. Sarawak is the most mountainous part. You know, without you saying Sarawak, I doubt I would have even gone Malaysia on that one. But I don't know if this is a thing. It looks like something. It's got a 1 on it. Very red. Rolling hills. All white road lines. Yes. I feel like I focus on like half the clues and then disregard a whole bunch of clues. Like the other day I was really struggling with something and then someone mentioned holy poles and I was like, oh, of course. I didn't even look at the poles. And this says weg, which I have forgotten, but it's probably like... I thought that was Dutch. Or German. But surely Germany's Strasse. This looks like German though. So... I was surprised, like a while ago, a few years ago, well before the pandemic, so a lot of years ago, AT, that would explain the German. I'd like to see a bollard, because if I see, yeah, okay, look. This one's got something sticking out of the top of it, but it's definitely probably an Austrian, oh no. Yeah, it is, maybe this is a snowy area, I guess so. Not sure about this one though. I haven't really come across that before. It's not really mountainous. But I'm surprised this bollard, it kind of looks like it's set up for a snow bollard. Where'd they put Austria? I'm going to go... Where's Germany? Yeah, on the border here. Okay, 74 kilometres away. Yeah, but I took a train from like Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. I guess it was quite a while ago. It was a lot more boring than I thought because the train just passes through a whole bunch of like oil palm farms. This is unfortunate. This is a giveaway straight away. I could probably try harder with the region, but yeah, the follow car's annoying. The beach view to the north. This is Australia or New Zealand or something, probably. Rent me, free call. starrv.com. What about the plates here? Okay, it's not immediately obvious except someone's driving on the left. Some really good, this is the crappiest coverage I've seen in a while. Let's just see, I think this is New Zealand. It is, okay. New Zealand's problematic as well. So, it's kind of north in a big bay. Windswept. And regionally I'm not too sure. So what, let me just think about this for a minute. Does it look all the way north? I don't think so. Try and get out of the Gen 1 coverage. There we go. Got a typical New Zealand bollard. Man, that has got sun flare. Okay, look at this. This is like you get on the east coast of Australia. There's this weird bollard with the yellow. I feel like this is going to be fairly far north, actually. Like here. No, it looks cleaner than that. It's a fairly well-defined coastline there, not jaggedy like that. Don't exactly know what I'm talking about, but it's somewhere here. That looks nice. How about that? Oh, okay, fine. Not too bad. Manu Bay Reserve on Manu Bay Road. Okay, that's not too bad. I kind of thought the plants looked fairly north. More ocean coverage, this time to the east. Got this massive pole here. Kind of stubby. Eroded sandstone by the looks. Very tropical. Oh, here we go. What's it say? Praia do... Oh, it's Portuguese, surely. It's a whale tail here. I think that's a Portuguese pole. Cute. I think my daughter's waking up, so I'll probably have to finish up soon. So that's east. Probably by Rio, right? Surely the beaches look like that. Ooh, 513 kilometers away. Even a good guess in Brazil is shocking. I was pretty happy with that. My streak is 23 for countries. Assisted, to be fair. But that's way better than I've done in the past. Seems like my daughter's wearing a dress for the first time. It should be super cute. So, I should go check that out. After this game, is Santa Claus? He's got a sack and a red head. Yeah, I think it is. It is Santa Claus. Always the place you least expect him. However, I think it's taken a bit of wear, but it seemed like a character. That yellow taxi there. Red front plate. There's a bunch of taxis. It could be a ruse. Maybe he's relieving some people of their presence. Stream down. I think I'll have to finish up. It was good to chat. Thanks for all the help. And that was Panama. I'll finish up now. Hope to catch you again. It's New Zealand. Oh my gosh, that was Hawaii. It's shocking. Last one for the day. There's excellent assistance, I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll remember some of that. American Samoa. Does that say Pare? Man, I meant to just plonk this, but now I'm kind of curious. And the internet won't let me see the sign. Oh my gosh. Why? I don't know, is this... I don't know, Argentina maybe. Oh, it was Chile. Oh well. That was a shocker. Anyway. Thanks for watching, keep in touch, and I'll catch you next time. I should probably just actually see if I can raid. It's a good habit to make. Oh, Stratford Will's on. That's a good raid to make. It's always been generous in the past, although my internet won't actually let me raid. Maybe. Problematic.